guys, I am home from UPPCON and it was awesome! See, I have the proof right here. I was there, bitches. And first I want to talk about the fact that there were only 2 vlogs this past weekend. Well, the reason for that being that these things, turns out their battery kind of sucks. So we had to save as much battery as we could, and my voice goes all vibrating because my fan keeps blowing at me. Hang on. There we go. I just heard that my voice went all vibrating. So that's why we didn't do more than 2 vlogs on Friday. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about what we did, and I thought I'd start with how we got there. So basically, we discovered UPPCON because we were following these cosplayers who does Oran High School Host Club, right? Yeah. And they said they were going to UPPCON, and we were like, oh, what's that? And we looked it up, and we fell in love with the idea of having a convention like that. So we decided to go, and we got there on Friday around 9. It opened. No, we got there like 10:30. It opens. No, we got there 10:30, and it opens 11. So we stood far back in line, and we had to walk for at least 15 minutes before we reached the back of the line, and we didn't even stop at the beginning of the line. It was insane. And then we stood in line for 2 to 3 hours. We are not quite sure. We think actually stood for 3.5 hours possibly. But yeah, we met fun people in the line, and we were talking, and we had fun, and we entertained ourselves. Then we got in, and we left our bags. We got our tickets to go to see all the things. And the first thing we went to do, I'm just gonna get it out here because I have my tickets in here. The first thing we went to was the opening ceremony, which is called invigning in Swedish. There's a lesson for you. And we went there, and it was so much fun. There were the hosts who held in the whole thing were hilarious. I'm not even joking. We laughed our asses off at them. They were amazingly funny. And especially shout out to Albin and Kim. You guys were unbelievable. I will never forget that bromance of yours. You're so obviously gay for each other, so just go for it, guys, okay? And after we went there and we saw a few dancings. We saw some cosplayers come out and talk. They told us about some rules, and the funny thing was that they had this certain melody that when played, the guys had to dance. All of the 4 hosts had to dance. And that line was hilarious. And at the end, you know, as soon as that thing, they could come on at any moment. Like, if they started talking about rules and shit and that thing went on, they just started dancing like really crazy on the stage. And we just, what the fuck? And then they explained that they had to dance at that point. And yeah, it was just hilarious. They were amazing. And after that, we went outside, and I actually have to backtrack a little bit. Just before we went to the opening ceremony, we met the host club cosplayers. And we actually, the first thing that happens when we come in is that I see the twins from Oran High School Host Club. They are actually twins in real life, the guys who are cosplaying them. They're called Gustav and Axel. And I see them lean in to kiss, and I'm patting my crazy yaoi friend Gorel on the shoulder, like, turn around, and she turns around, and she just sees, like, because they kissed. They fucking kissed. It was so much fun, and I just see, like, from the side of, like, over here somewhere in the side of my eye, in the corner of my eye, her boom collapsing onto the ground. She like made a hole in her jean. She literally just fell to the ground and started crying because she was so happy. She's like, I never want to leave. So after that we met Koya senpai, the tall black-haired guy with glasses, and he gave us tickets to Screw, which is an awesome hard rock kind of band from Japan. They were really fun. So after the opening ceremony, we went out to the tent and we did some shopping. We basically did all our shopping on the Friday, because on Saturday and Sunday we pretty much busy the whole time. So the few moments we had to relax, we actually just collapsed in a corner somewhere and talked. But yeah, we did most of the shopping on Friday, and I got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna show you the stuff I got at the end of the video, so you have to stay for it. We went around the tent for a few hours. We went and got something to eat, and then we got back, and then we were time for Screw. Screw were amazing. It was an incredible show. It had amazing people, and then all of a sudden 2 of the guys in the band started making out on stage while still playing their instruments, of course, and that was pretty random and pretty hilarious. So my friend fangirled again to insanity. After that we stayed until rather late, I think, on Friday, but then we decided it's better we head back now so that we can find the school which we were supposed to sleep. We walked the wrong way for about half an hour, and then we had to go back that half an hour and then go another half an hour before we found it. It was a long damn walk. We were so cranky, and we were so pissed off at everything. It was a lovely weather and everything, but we were just so tired. We just wanted to sleep. And then we got there, we got our bags, because I actually drove the bags to the school, which was lovely, because otherwise we'd be more cranky because I have to carry heavy bags. We just set up, we went, decided to go to bed, and then all of a sudden, a person I used to know a lot, met a lot before, through a common friend, was there, and he was like, "You're here," and I was like, "Yeah, you're here," and we started talking, and it was really funny. And then Saturday came. A very serious face I did there. Saturday came, and on Saturday we had the cosplay contest. This is not Sweden, because we had the SM in cosplay too, which is Swedish masterships in cosplay. So that person who won SM in cosplay got to go to Europe contest in cosplay. Anyway, so this is just for UPPCON contest. And but that was later in the day. So before we went there, we actually had a host club meeting with the twins. Yeah, we rented twins at around 3 o'clock in the morning. Wait a minute. I might be a bit confused now. I don't remember what was first. The cosplay contest was first. Sorry, I'm really confused. I'm trying to remember as much as I can. The cosplay contest was first. I'm pretty sure it was around 2:12 or 2:12. It was 12. Because I remember we had to leave earlier. Anyway, so the cosplay contest was very amusing. They had a really nice opening number with... I'm actually going to link you guys the opening number to the cosplay contest, and please go watch it. It has an hilarious moment with Death the Kid from Soul Eater and the blonde guy from Bleach, you know, the main guy, the one that you always make videos with, Jessica, you know, the one who has like a short, like a girlfriend or I don't know if it's a girlfriend, but that guy. They had an amazing fight. It was Gorell, it was the Masked Rose, I think he is in Swedish. I only know his name in Swedish, and the correct translation, like the direct translation, is Masked Rose. I don't know, whatever. And a bunch of other guys just fighting it out on stage, and it was hilarious to watch. Rock Lee, he was there, and it was just so much fun. And then they had, you know, a little cosplay contest. Then they were showing off a few contesters, and while after that there were the cosplay sketch. And then there was one with my friend's two favorite cosplayers, at least here in Swedish cosplayers, doing her favorite anime. So she was freaking the fuck out. I'm gonna link that one too in the description. I'm gonna name these and try to remember like to link them properly, because I found these online and I was just so happy because I can listen to them all the time. And it was just so much fun. There was one, for example, with Naruto, with Toby gone missing, and they just wanted to go away and blow things up. We haven't seen Naruto, but we still laughed our asses off because they were so funny. And yeah, so after the cosplay contest we went upstairs to the host club, and we had the twins, and one of the twins weren't there when we got there. So Kaoru, the one who was still there, basically said, well, my brother is like outside hunting Harui, so when Harui comes back he should not be too far behind. So we sat down with him and we talked, and he started talking really bad about his brother, like the real blood brother, Gustav, the guy who was cosplaying Hikari. And then all of a sudden he comes in and he sits down next to him and he touches his lap, of course, like puts his hand on his lap and just sits down and like smiles at him like that. And my friend freaks out and he just changes the subject. Kaoru changes the subject completely when Hikari walks in, because we were talking about him. And that's clearly something he shouldn't have been doing. But we were just talking, you know, about... He was talking a little bit about how to get into cosplay and stuff, and how much fun it is to cosplay as a group and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really sweet of him. After we left the host, this was the first meeting that we had, and my friend was so nervous. I was like, whatever, I don't really think this is gonna be great. But it was so much fun. They were in characters, yes, but they were also themselves at the same time, because they resemble their characters so much. I mean, Koya was always like on the phone all the time, he was writing down stuff, and he is actually the person who has like control of the entire group and does everything. While the guy who does Tamaki is really the one who started it, but he doesn't do anything. So it was pretty funny. And Honey and Mori are just Honey and Mori, and the twins are just the twins, and Haru is Haru. They were really themselves, and it was really, really fun to see. So when we got out, it was a huge line, but we got in line again, and this time we rented Mori and Honey, but that time was later in the day. So then we had a day off and we went around doing stuff, and we met a few amazing people. We met one while we were sitting outside of the host club for, I think we sat there for like 2 hours talking to the same person. She was amazing. She called herself Kim Pon. I actually have her number because I called her phone because she lost it. That's how we started talking. And she lost her phone while we were sitting there and she didn't know where it was. So I called it a few times, but apparently she forgot to turn the sound off, so we didn't hear it. She didn't have vibration on either. So my friend eventually found it and she sat down with us and we started talking. And she was really nice. They were waiting for their turn with the host club. So yeah, that was really sweet. And then later that night we had Muri and Honey, and seriously, Honey senpai, oh my god, how cute she was! The girl was cosplaying him, was so fucking adorable. And basically Muri went away to get water for her and me because we wanted water. Lex didn't want anything. And then when he comes back, she looks up at it all sweet and says, "Thank you, Takanashi." And I actually almost fangirled over her. My friend was fangirling way more now than with the tweets because she was really in character and she was so cute. Like, we actually talked about the live action version of her in high school with her because she wanted to see it because she'd had more people tell how awesome it is. And so yeah, she's probably gonna watch that, and I'm really happy that, you know, we got pictures with pretty much all of them, and we got pictures of all of them. Oh, by the way, talking about pictures before I forget it, I'm linking the pictures of my DeviantArt down in the description as well. Not all pictures are yet uploaded. I took over 300 pictures. There's a lot to go through, but most cosplay photos are up. There are a few more that will come up soon as I get the energy to do it. And yeah, so then after that we went to the dance party that Saturday evening. And we watched like Frodo Baggins shake it off, and it was just so much fun. Even though me and Alexa were like the only people not in cosplay, we still had so much fun, and we felt it was such a strange feeling being there. I'm gonna talk more about that later in the next part, which is Sunday, but seriously, it was such a strange feeling being there. Anyway, we were at the dance party, we handed out some glow sticks that we brought with us, and we started dancing with a few people. Then we went home, and then we went to bed. Then the next morning on Sunday we had to carry our bags with us from the room to the convention, which was, like I said, half an hour, 45-minute long walk. And oh my god, it was raining so bad. It was like pouring down rain the entire morning, and we were just so tired and so irritated. We're not at each other really, well, a little bit at each other, but we were just so tired. And then we finally got there, we put our bags in and we went inside, and we basically just sat inside derping until